Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we are doing the final end of the year list. We're doing my top 20 albums of 2020. Top 20 of 2020. Just like always, before I get on with my list, let me know down below what's your favourite albums from this year. Do you agree with some of my picks? Do you disagree? Rabble, 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 rabble. Let's get fucking stuck in with my number 20 pick. So coming in at number 20 is havukruunu with, bear with me, Uinuos syömein sota. That's a fucking mouthful. Holy shit, this album's amazing. This is kind of like mixing black metal with Iron Maiden. That's the perfect description. Iron Maiden meets black metal. It's got those fun gallopy riffs. It's got that black metal sound and edge. It's epic but also evil. If that sounds like a cool combination to you, 100% check this album out. 100% give it a listen because it's very unique, very interesting, and I love it. Also, all these albums will be in the comments below. I'll put it in the description so you can check them out at your own leisure. Yeah, starting off fucking strong. This one is awesome. So number 19 is Enslaved with Utgard. This album has grown on me a lot. I loved it when it first came out, and now, after replaying and replaying, it's even goddamn better. Some of the songs like rzeczom, holy shit, mixing the black metal with prog so well. His singing just has this edge to it. I adore this album. I think it is more proggy than a lot of Enslaved albums, but I think that works to its favour. It's kind of unique. Yeah, Homebound's amazing as well. This album is one of the best of the year. Number 18, now for something completely different. Proper prog. Haken with Virus. This one floored me. This one floored me. This is prog through and through. I love the singing on it, love the instrumentation, the arrangements, everything's interesting on this album. It's a follow-up to Vector, which was great as well, but this one blows out the fucking water. Yeah, I didn't expect to like this as much as I did, but I did. So, yeah, this one has to make it onto the list. Has to. Number 17 is Valdrin with Effigy of Nightmares. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. This kind of evil, heavy, fast, black and death. I don't know if it's black and death or pure black, but whatever it is, it's intense, it's furious, it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. I played this to death. It's a short album as well, but each song packs a mammoth punch. And if you want to do some, weights, go on a little cross trainer, go for a little run, this is the album for you. But you want to do it at night, because then you'll get the full experience. Hell yeah, this album's awesome. It's one you should 100% check out again. So, fucking, what are you waiting for? Go check it out. 16 is Paysage with Wald. Or I'm Wald. I'm Wald. This is a 2-hour atmospheric black metal piece. Yeah, that might put some people off. For me, hell no, this is awesome. You should wait until my number 1. This is awesome. Again, it's got the mood, it's got that kind of oppressive atmosphere. It doesn't feel 2 hours long. It doesn't feel 2 hours long. It's just, I know, what's his called? Bald man, Melon, Fantano, he slammed the album, but I think you have to be a sort of person who likes atmospheric black metal to get into it. And luckily, I fucking do. So for me, it's flawless. Always play it. It's good for drifting off to sleep. I love albums like that, and this does that. Not because it's boring, because it's atmospheric and very intricate and very interesting. So, hell yeah, I love this album. Atmospheric out the ass. You should check it out. You should give it a listen. So coming out number 15 is Vvilderness with Dark Waters. Way back, I don't know if it was like January or February this came out, and it was like really high on my list then, and yeah, it stayed high. It stayed high on my list. This is folky black metal. I swear not everything's going to be black metal on this list, I promise. This is kind of folky black metal in the veins of like an Akyhls. Is it like an Alcest? No, it's more like an Akyhls. It's got those kind of... it's got fucking bagpipes in, mate. It's got goddamn bagpipes in. It's got acoustic guitar. It's got beautiful female singing. It's got amazing growls. It's got everything in. This album's got everything you need. If you're on the fence about the term black metal, fucking listen to this album. because it just mixes just so many different genres into this one amazing album, and Dark Waters is a beautiful song. Holy shit. So is the Bagpipe one, which I've forgotten, but yeah, this is a flawless album from start to finish, and if it was any other year, this would be number 1, but 2020 has been probably the best year for metal for years, for me, personally. There's so many good albums, and we'll get to them right now. So coming in at number 14 is Paradise Lost, with Obsidian, Death Doom, Masters, Pioneers, and this album is a culmination of all the work. It's one of the best albums they've ever done. Darker Thoughts, holy shit, that song is a masterpiece. All the songs on here are a masterpiece. Oh my god, like, it's got the gothic style, it's got the Death Doom style, it's got the kind of newer sound, it's got everything you could want in a Paradise Lost album, and it's all for you here in Obsidian. It's all for you. It's all on show. So, 10 out of 10 album. It's making it here. Number 13 is Atramentus with Stygian, and from the album cover, how ominous it is, how dark it is, how looming the statues are in the background, you know it's going to be Funeral Doom, and you know you're in for an oppressive time. And hell yes you are. It's dark, it's foreboding, it's evil. I love this album from start to finish. There's only like 3 songs, and one of them's like a little interlude, so there's only like 2 songs. What the fuck I'm doing? Throwing some gang symbols at you. Yeah, if you love Funeral Doom, go check this album out. It's one of the best of the year, but not quite the best. We'll get to that soon. Number 12 is thrash metal. What the fuck is happening? Warbringer, Weapons of Tomorrow. Holy shit. Holy shit, this album blew me away. I love how intricate it is. It feels like early Metallica, like And Justice for All, Master of Puppets, kind of longer songs, epic songs, but also thrashy. They tell a story. This album is amazing. This album's the best thrash metal album of the year. Hands down. Hands. Get down. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And the song about Notre Dame, the King of Fools, oh my god, how good is that? How good is that? Every song on here is a masterpiece. It blew me away when it came out. Still blows me away now. And it's one of my favourite thrash albums. So, just gotta make it here. Coming in at number 11, getting close to the top 10 now, is Katatonia with City Burials. This kind of doom gothic album is a masterpiece. It's one of my favourite Katatonia albums, and they have a lot. They have a goddamn lot. This one is just so unique for them. It's like the heaviest, but also the most experimental. Songs like Lacquer, where he's just singing with like a trap beat in the background, it works so well because Jonas's vocals are magnificent. And then other songs where it's really goddamn heavy, and then his duets as well. I mean, and there's even like some funky kind of Tool-esque vibes to some of the songs. This is a breath of fresh air. It's a breath of fresh air. It's one of the most unique Katatonia albums they've ever done, and I love it from start to finish. So it's coming in at my number 11. So top 10 time now. Number 10, we have Pallbearer with Forgotten Days. Doom metal again, and this one, oh my god. I played it fucking amazing. The Quicksand of Existing, or whatever it's called. How beautiful, how catchy is that song? Stasis, Forgotten Days, like every song on here. Silver Wings, every song on here is a masterpiece. Pallbearer has knocked it out of the park again. All their albums are amazing. Sorrow and Extinction's probably my favourite, but this is close, man. This is close. I think it's better than Heartless. Heartless was more proggy, which I enjoyed, but this is more doomy. This is back to like proper Pallbearer doom. Yes, love it. Easily make it into the top 10. Number 9 is Odraza with rzeczom. One of the most unique black metal albums of the fucking year, and one you should 100% check out. It's not just atmospheric, it's not brutal, it's not heavy black metal, it's not raw black metal, it's unique black metal. And I'm not saying that in like an avant-garde way, it's fucking unique. Go listen to it. There's like, it's weird rhythms, weird tempos, weird singing, everything about it's weird and shouldn't work, but it just does. This is a masterful album, and it's one I cannot describe. It's one you have to listen to. I can't describe how good this album is, or how weird this album is. You're just gonna have to fucking trust me and listen to it. And I assure you, it'll be fucking good. So coming in at number 8 is Anaal nathrakh with Endarkenment. One of my favourite albums of the year. The album that kind of brought me back to life and made me do a review on it, because it's that goddamn good. Songs like Vvilderness A pig with cocks in its eyes. How good is that song? This title track, Endarkenment, Age of Starlight Ends, Requiem. I could go on and on. All these songs are amazing. Again, it's an experimental album for them. It's one of the best in the discography, and it's one that everyone should listen to. Coming in at number 7 is The Temple of Void, The World That Was. Holy shit, this was low on my list when I did it way back in, I don't know, March or whatever. But now it's in my top 10. Really high in my top 10. You know, sometimes albums just grow. This one grew a goddamn lot. It's Death Doom through and through. Songs like Casket of Shame. This casket of shame. Dun, 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 dun. Fun. Fucking fun. Like, this is the best Death Doom album of the year. It's the best Death Doom album of the year. It's one of my favourites. What can I say? The artwork's fantastic. The vocals are evil. If you like stuff like Hooded Menace, if you liked Funeral Leech, you'll like this. I mean, you'll like this and you'll like all their other albums because they're all fantastic as well. So it's catchy, it's evil, it's doomy, but it's also heavy. So, hell yeah. Easily making it here. Number 6 is The Ocean, Phanerozoic 2. Yeah, The Ocean was my favourite album. My number 1 album of 2018, which I have a video on. It's probably my first video I ever did. That's my favourite album of that year. This was close to being my favourite album of this year. That's how good it is. Songs like Triassic, songs like a Jurassic/Cretaceous with Jonas from Katatonia singing on. Oh my god. Pleistocene or whatever it's called. The one where it's like more black metal vocals in it. This album's amazing. The only reason it's not number 1, the only fucking reason it's not number 1 is because in the middle there's a couple of like instrumental tracks, there's a couple of shorter ones which I'm like, they're good, but they're not as good as the front half and the second half. That doesn't make sense, you know, because that's a full package. Okay, first quarter, last quarter. Okay, that makes more sense. Middle ones are good, but not as fucking phenomenal, as, you know, front and back. So that's the only reason it's not number 1. I still love this one to pieces, and I still give it a 10. And if you pair it with the first one, masterful. Top 5 now. Number 5 is Cryptic Shift, Visitations from Enceladus. Holy shit. It's starting off with a 23-minute song. You know you're in for something good. This is death metal. Proggy death metal. Proggy spacey death metal. For fans of Vector. For fans of Voivod. You'll fucking enjoy this album. It's spacey, it's interesting, it's weird, it's heavy, it's just amazing. It's got like robot noises in it, kind of like Voivod, Killing Technology. Yeah, this album's a fucking banger. Underrated as hell, has to make it into my top 5. It just, as soon as I heard it, I was like, that's making it into my top 5. Easily. Number 4 is Ulcerate, Stare into Death and Be Still. This dissonant, aggressive death metal album is just crazy the entire way through. I mean, I have the shirt, the art's my favourite of the year, the songs are amazing, it's going to take more and more and more and more and more listens, and maybe it'll get number 1 eventually. At the moment I think it's flawless, but there's a couple of other albums which knocked it down a little bit. But what can I say, you know, if you love dissonant death metal, you can't do any wrong with Ulcerate, and this album is one of the best of the fucking year. Top 3 now. Number 3 is Drown with Subaqueous, or Subaqueous. This is a masterpiece. Funeral Doom again, there's only 2 songs on this album. They're both 20 minutes long. But it has this atmosphere that feels like you're drowning. It feels like you're drowning in this album. It's thick with atmosphere. It's... that's all I can say. It's thick with atmosphere. If you like Doom, fucking check this one out. I want to play it again now. I've played it to death, and I still want more. That's how good this album is. If you want to feel like you're drowning, go listen to this album. So coming in at number 2 is a newer album that came out in fucking December. What? It was leaked beforehand. They put it on their YouTube. It's Akyhls, or Akyhls, with Melinoe. Oh, fucking hell. Akyhls with Melinoe. Let me know how to actually say that in the comments below. Because I have no goddamn clue. This album is fucking retarded. It's so evil and aggressive and just nightmare fueled. As soon as you press play and all those weird chants are coming in, it's like, and it kind of like builds up, and then he just blasts with that fucking, his vocals and all. It's like a soundscape. It's like Ulcerate, but evil. So if that sounds good to you, this album is one to watch out for. It's Ulcerate but evil, basically. It's black metal through and through, but it's so impactful, it had to make my top 2. Just for how crazy, it's fucking terrifying. It's the most terrifying album of the year. It is. It's the most terrifying album of the year. It's best vocals. It's just intense the entire way through. As well, there is an instrumental kind of weird track. And that wasn't on it. This may be number 1. But because it is, number 2 is going to go. So that leaves only 1. And it was hard this year, but as soon as I heard this album, this 2-hour album, I knew it had to be number 1. This is Mare cognitum / spectral lore, wondrous astrology of the 9. I know that because I've listened to it so much, so I know the title. Holy shit. Each song on this album is based on a planet. Each song is based on a planet. It's 2 hours long. They share kind of songs on the album because it's a split. And then on the last one, which is Pluto, which is split into 2. I know Pluto's not a planet, shut up. It's split into 2, where they what am I saying? Words. Speak, friend, and enter. Yeah, they share duties on that song, I guess. But yeah, this is a amazing concept. Each song being sounding like a planet, and each song sounds different. It's atmospheric. Of course, it's black metal. It's atmospheric. It's interesting. There's cool riffs. There's cool melodies. There's cool vocal passages. It's a cool concept. It's a cool artwork. It's cool everything. It's a cool everything. Never heard anything like this. It blew my mind. I mean, I've heard spectral lore before because they're one of my favourites. But I haven't heard anything by Mare cognitum, so I was interested to see how this worked. And it worked goddamn well. And I listened to all of Mare's other albums, and they're all fantastic. So these are 2 bands you need to check out. But this album floored me. This album's a piece of art. It transcended music, and it became art. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, that is my number 1 pick of 2020. So, let me know down below what's your favourite album from 2020. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? What albums would you put on? Let me know, and we'll see you on the next list next year. Ta-ta.